So I want you to try to notice the footwork mistake the serve and volleyer makes in this point. Such a common mistake. And did you notice what it was? The player did not split step while going forward. He just keeps running and running and running. And because of it, and other reasons too, which I'll show you, he loses the point. He messes up the volley. I want you to think of serve and volley as like a brick house, right? So you've got the serve, which is a brick, and then you've got the volley, which is a brick. Well, those are the things that we see. We see the bricks of a brick house. But what is in between those two bricks? The mortar, right? And so I tell people, if you don't have mortar, then don't build a brick house. And if you don't split step, then don't serve and volley. You must put a split step in the middle of the serve and the volley. It should be called a serve split step volley, not just serve and volley. So the way you want to work this is after you serve and you land, you're going to take, that's one step right there. That's his first. Let me get a tool here. That's his first step. And then there's step 2. And then there's step 3. Now, right now, he should be split stepping. You want to take about 3 steps and then split step. Remember, you want to split step when your opponent is hitting the ball or around the time that your opponent hits the ball. You actually want to land just after they hit, specifically. But you don't want to get all the way up here or all the way up here and think, okay, I'm going to serve and run to the service line, or I'm going to serve and run to the net. That's not how you want to think of it. You want to serve and then take 1, 2, 3 steps and then split your feet apart. If he were to split step right now, notice that's when the opponent is hitting the ball. He would be timing his split step perfectly. When you split step, and I'm going to demonstrate this in front of the camera in a second here, you can move to your left, you can move right, you can move back if it's a lob, you can move forward if it's a weak ball and you can come in and put it away. The split step gives you options. This player has no options now. He's just barreling forward, and he's actually off balance and out of balance and out of control while running forward to this volley. Now, I will tell you another thing that he does on this backhand volley. I want you to look at his racket. Look how open his racket is. It's so open, forcing him to chop down. In fact, his racket, it looks like his racket skips off the ground. He's chopping down as he hits that ball. What does that do? It produces a ton of backspin, and then that ball just floats. Don't open up your racket face, setting the racket above contact and chopping the heck out of that ball. It just makes, especially if you're not split stepping, it will just make for an out of control volley. All right, let's watch this again, and then I'll demonstrate this in my basement. Now, before I show you how you can practice this at home in just a little bit of space, whether it's in your garage or outside in your driveway or here in your basement, make sure if you're looking for people in your local area to compete against, practice with, or even find a coach who's close to you, that you use my link in the description below, playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis, to get 50% off when you join their amazing community. All right, serve, 1, 2, 3, split step. So it looks like this. I'll choke up here so I don't hit the ceiling. So it's serve, 1, 2, 3, split step. And when you split step, then get out of your split step. Let me show you what I mean by that. It's serve, 1, 2, 3, split, and then get out of it. You don't want to think that like the split step is a split stop. It's not, you don't want to grow roots here and you just get stuck here. You want to get into your split step, and as quickly as you get into it, you get out of it. The reason this works is because the 1, 2, 3, and then split step is the amount of time it takes for the ball that you served to get to your opponent on average. So serve, 1, 2, 3, split. If you've got a really fast serve and your opponent's close to the baseline, you might only get 2 steps. If you have a slower serve, or maybe you're hitting like a kick serve and you want to surprise on like a second serve and volley, or a first serve, or you're hitting a spinny serve, or they're returning from standing really far back, you might get 4 steps, but the 3 steps is on average. You can do it without a racket. Serve, 1, 2, I messed that up. Serve, 1, 2, 3, split, and then get out of it. Now, if you're someone who jumps, then your landing is step number 1. So this is Step 1, 2, 3, split step. Don't feel like you have to get all the way up to the service line by the time the opponent returns the serve. That's one of the reasons why people blow through the split step, is because they think, well, as soon as I serve, I need to get to the service line. That's 18 feet. It's pretty hard to run 18 feet in the time it takes for the tennis ball to go from your baseline to their baseline. It's really tough, and the pros don't do it. The pros split step in the middle of no man's land when they serve and volley, and that's where you should split step as well. Use the serve 1, 2, 3 split step footwork when serving and volleying, and practice it at home so when you go out onto the court, it's automatic. When you do, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.